Yo, welcome back to episode 3 trade recap. Now, this week, my head's been gone. It's probably been my worst trade psychology week for the longest time. I'll show you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all profits. Yeah, I ended the week only up £500. I don't know how I've allowed myself to do that, but it's just greed. Monday we're up 500, Tuesday we're up 1,000. So I think what happened for Wednesday, we got up to our 500. Instead of moving our stop loss to 500 even, I made 1,000 yesterday, I can do it again. Ended up going break even. Then I went, you know what, we can jump back in another trade. Stopped out, down 500. Shouldn't have happened, should have just taken money, but I was greedy, let myself take a loss. Thursday, same sort of thing, with £500 up. I'm thinking, I made 1,000 on Tuesday, and I lost yesterday. I need to make more. But my plan is just to hit 500. So again, I've let myself go break even. Just ridiculous. And then Friday, plain and simple, took a loss, which would have been fine because I would have been 2,500 up for the week, minus that 500. But instead, I was only £1,000 up and finished the week 500 up. So I'll take you through the week of trades. I'll show you my entries because they are all winning trades. But £500 is all I came away with for the end of the week. Isn't bad, but my head was scrambled. So now we go again for next week and hopefully we can get a payout. No, the payout will probably be the following week now because we're only 1,000 up. We'll just see, but this is the week.
So we're on the charts. We'll just start with Monday. Obviously Monday went well for us. You can see throughout Asia and throughout London, just consolidation. We then seen the manipulation here. We've seen it take out, well, all the lows from in the last 12 hours, 13 hours up to the last day. Just before London closed, it started making a massive run upwards. This is the 9:30 open candle. It just kept pressing upwards and upwards and upwards. We then got our sweep up at this height, so we were up in some higher time frame liquidity up here. We seen this 1 minute gap, which we like the look of for maybe our inversion. We seen price run up, sweep it, come down, and then we took the trade on the 5 minute chart, so I'll show you how it looked. We had this 5 minute fair value gap, which price started to respect. As it then broke out, we then entered. I'm pretty sure we did actually enter earlier, like here, but on this same level. And 1-to-1 was hit. Monday was a great start, basic price action, basic trade, and we made our money. Then Tuesday, we can see price is trending downwards. We haven't seen a sweep of Asian high, but we are just seeing price continue downwards. So it's broken lower, pulled back up, and then when we get into the New York Open, we do see a sweep of London's high, and then price instantly breaks down. We have the 9:30 candle, the 9:31, which is going to be our first presented gap. We entered, massive sell-off. This was our day where we hit a 2-to-1, £1,000 profit made on that day, and everything was going well until we got to Wednesday. This is where just my trade psychology was off. So as you can see, we have consolidation throughout Asia and London. London has taken out the highs of Asia and began to run down, so we are looking for sells. As New York opens, we have just seen this sweep of highs just before New York opens and a massive push down once New York does eventually open. Again, we don't want to use our 9:30 candle for our first presented for value gap, so 9:31 candle, we were in. It did go against us a little bit, but did end up respecting this candle. And this is the problem that we made here. So we were in our 1-to-1 where price got down to here. So we were £500 up. But because we made £1,000 the day before, we're thinking we can do it again today. So where we've not put our stop loss up here for our £500, we've then let price run all the way back and stop us out break even. We then saw a sweep of some higher time frame liquidity down here. And as price starts coming back up, we see an inverse of this gap. We got on the retest. So when it retested, closed back out, we entered here with £500 on just below the gap. And we then got stopped out. So we went from having £500 in profit to then being £500 down just due to bad psychology. The trade that I was in originally made our money, and instead of getting out with it, we let it stop us out, and then we went in again and ended up losing. So on Thursday, when the chart opened, we saw sweeps of these highs, not quite the London high, but highs up here, and then a big push down. We inversed this gap that was created before London closed, and I was quite happy to have that as my entry. Selling short, we were up about £300, then got stopped out. But then after we seen this stop out, we also noticed that it had just swept out this most recent high and inversed this gap here. So we got in for our second position here. So on the close of this candle, and we did go up £500, and then that was us break even for the day. So we took break even day for Thursday, and then Friday, should have seen this really. So the market opened, swept out these highs and created a gap. I went short off the gap. To be honest, I can't really argue with that. But what I should have looked at is the fact that we were below the Asian session, being down here, and that we could have been looking for longs. But you know, market opened, swept London's low, so I already should have been looking for longs. But then as we come up and taken these highs, it's pushed down quite aggressively. So I haven't seen liquidity taken from both sides. It's almost a 50-50 market. But yeah, we had a gap created. It was then disrespected, and that could have been our buy, but instead we were in short and lost our money. But you know what? A good week of trading, just a terrible week of trade psychology. From what could have been a £2,000 week, we ended up with £500. So lessons learned, take our money when it's there. It's not certain that the market's always going to give us 1,000, so if we're up, we take our money. But yeah, that's the week wrapped up. Thank you for watching.